To have a successful career, you need different skill set, right? So for different domains, we have different skill set. Example, if you're working in a banking industry, we require banking skill set. If you're working in software industry, you require software skill set, right? But then in all the industry, there is one thing which is common, and that is presentation skills. Because in your lifetime, you'll be having multiple opportunities where you have to present on stage. Now, maybe you are in your college, or if you're working somewhere, you have to present. Now, you can take it in a two-way. One, you need to present, or you are getting an opportunity to present. Because sometimes it doesn't matter what you know, what matters is what you show. So you can demonstrate your skill set by presenting. Now, maybe you are into software industry where you are working on a project. What's important is how can you impress people? You have to build a great product and you have to also present it well. Because if you cannot present it, no one will buy your product. I mean, not just buying means they will pay for it, but then you have to impress people by your presentation. Now, same thing is applicable if you're in any domain. You will be getting a chance to present on stage or in the meeting room. You have to crack it, right? But then question arises: how will you give a great presentation? So this video, I will help you to give those great presentation. So welcome back, aliens. I'm Navin Reddy from Telescope Learnings, and in this video we'll talk about how to give a great presentation. So to give a great presentation, we require two things. First, we have to understand two things. First, what to do before presentation, and second, what to do during presentation. Now, when I say before presentation, I'm talking about the preparation. And trust me, to give a great presentation, you need to prepare a lot. It doesn't matter who is giving presentation. Even if we talk about Steve Jobs, before presenting on stage, they used to practice a lot of things. Not just Steve Jobs, it's Mark Zuckerberg, everyone. If you see a great presentation, there is huge amount of work being done before the presentation, right? So you have to prepare a lot. But then what to prepare and how to prepare? First of all, you have to prepare a great content. Now, okay, not just a great content, you can say a good content. So how to get a good content? So once you have chosen a topic, let's say if you got a topic from your college, or if it is your product which you have built in your company, so that will be your topic. You have to do lots of research, okay? You have to go to Google, you have to search about the product, you have to search about the project, or you have to understand how your product works. That's about the research. You have to do lots of research when you are doing this thing. Because if you don't have a good research, you will not feel that confident. So first, you have to build a great content. Second, you have to create great presentation. Okay, when I say presentation, lots of people, they imagine PowerPoint. Yes, I'm talking about PowerPoint, but then we can also use some other tools. PowerPoint is not the only tool. If you want, you can just check it out, Prezi.com. So it is Prezi.com. You will find amazing way of creating PPTs. I don't know if it is available now, but then it was there, when I checked it. But then, so we have PPTs or we have Prezi. So you have to build, even if you're using PPT, you have to build a great PowerPoint. Now, when I say great, it's not just about content, okay? What people do, they take the entire topic and they put it on the presentation, on the slides, and no one wants to read it. Trust me, as an audience, we don't want to read your presentation. We want to hear it from you, and that's why you're on stage, right? If you want your audience to look at the slides and then you are saying something, that's the worst thing you can do. Never read your slide, because when you read your slides, what happens? You are showing your back to the audience, right? And no one will like it, right? So you have to, when you are presenting, you have to do face to face, right? That's why don't give lots of points on the PowerPoint. You can use one simple line. Now, I'm a big fan of Steve Jobs, and if you look at any of the presentation of Steve Jobs, this is how it looks. You just have one slide there. Can you see that? One slide will have only one line of data or 1 point. It will not have the entire stuff there, right? So when you create a presentation, make sure it is sweet and short. Don't fill up your slides with a lot of content. Then you need to practice. You need to practice your presentation. But then how will you practice? There are multiple ways you can do that. If you have your family members, if you have your cousins, what you can do is just prepare yourself and present in front of them. But then you will feel shy, and then you have all those things. So what you can do is you can present in front of a mirror. Now that's a very old example of presenting in front of mirror, right? But nowadays we have this amazing device which we all carry, which is called as a camera. right? A mobile phone in which you have a camera. And nowadays we have a trend of buying a good mobile phones. When I say good mobile phones, having a good camera. So what we do, we buy phones which has a good camera, right? So what you can do is you can take a tripod and you can shoot yourself. Not that shoot, but you have to shoot yourself, and then you can observe your presentation. Right? So example, I have this experience, I'm making lots of videos and I observe my presentation skills. How am I doing in this video? What to improve, what not to improve. In fact, last year when I used to make videos, I used to do this. I don't know why, but I used to do this. Now I'm controlling it. So when you watch yourself, what you're doing, you can control your body language. Right? So give presentation, make a video of yourself and you can watch what's going wrong. Right? That's what you have to do before the presentation. What during the presentation? So during presentation, you have to start the presentation in such a way that you are hooking your audience. That's called as hook. So you have to grab the attention of your audience. There are multiple ways of doing that. Maybe you can ask a question, right? If you watch amazing speakers standing on stage, what they do, they ask a question. Because that is one way you can grab the attention of your audience. Even if you are feeling nervous, ask questions. That is one way you can get the bond between you as a speaker and the audience. Ask questions, but make sure you ask a question where audience want to answer. Don't ask them a big answer, okay? So if you ask, how you feel about this auditorium, that's not the question you have to ask. Maybe you can ask a question which has an answer which is yes or no, because by this you are getting their attention. Instead of saying yes or no, they can also raise their hand, because that is something they are showing their interest. And trust me, you as a speaker, when you get some feedback from the audience, you will get that confidence. It doesn't matter how nervous you are. The moment you get your first feedback from the audience, you will feel confident. So start with questions, or you can start with quotation. You can quote something. You can just go to Google based on your topic. Search for the quotes and throw that quote. So as said, Shakespeare, what's there in name by Shakespeare? So you can give those quotes based on your topic. Don't give any quote. Your quote should match your topic. That's how you can start because see, start and end is very important. Why start is important? Because that start will hook your audience for the entire presentation. And that end will make them, so if you end your presentation a good way, they will remember it for a long time, and that's what you want, right? You want to make a lasting impression on your audience, right? So start and end is very important. In between, you can do some gimmick, but then start and end should be perfect. So start with a question and end with something interesting. Now what next? You have to look presentable. So when you go on stage, you have to look presentable. I'm not saying you have to wear strict formals, but then whatever you wear, you should know how to carry it. Okay, you can wear a jacket, you can wear anything you want, but make sure you are feeling comfortable while wearing it. Okay, now what next? See, all your audience, they are busy people. Okay, they are damn busy. Maybe you're having a meeting with 20 people. Everyone is busy, so they just came to see your stuff, right? Don't take much time. If anyone given you a time, you have just 10 minutes. You can complete your presentation from 10 to 15 minutes. So if you have 10 to 15 minutes, always take 10 minutes. Okay, no, don't go beyond the time. Always take minimum time. So if I give you have a time to speak for 2 to 5 minutes, take 2 minutes. You have to make an impression in that 2 minutes. Okay, don't waste your audience time by taking full 5 minutes. Okay, and while you're talking, make an eye contact, because the moment you make an eye contact, they will feel, okay, this guy is watching me, I have to sit straight, I have to be comfortable. So that's where you will grab the attention of your audience again. Because if you don't do eye contact, where you will look for? You will look at the ceiling, you will look down, and that looks weird, right? So you have to make a perfect eye contact. And the last one is your hands. Use your hands properly. Gestures are very important. Okay, because when you're saying something, don't take your hands on your face. That looks weird, right? If you read which gestures to have, so you can just go to Google and you can see gestures. So there are lots of posts which says don't put your hands in your pockets, right? Don't don't take your hands back of you, and then don't put your hands on your face. That looks weird, right? But then if you are confident, you can put your hand anywhere. I mean, even if I'm putting my hand in my pocket, that looks comfortable, right? Because I'm confident. If I'm not confident, that will look bad. So you can have any gesture. I can say, I can take my hand on my face, that's fine. You should just look comfortable, because it doesn't matter where I mean, what is your gestures. If you feel confident with that gesture, go with it. I mean, there are people, they feel nervous with this gesture and they feel their hands shake. So that doesn't make any sense, right? So you can have any gesture where you are feeling comfortable. Okay. So but before doing that, make sure you watch yourself. Again, you can take a video of you and then you watch which gesture suits on you. Example, I guess this gesture suits on me, and that's why every video starts like this. Welcome back, aliens, because I feel this suits on me. There are some people, this suits on them. I mean, you can have any gesture you want, right? So make sure you have your own gestures, because we all are different and we all have a different way of gestures, right? There are some people, they take a photo like this because they like the photo like that. So I don't know which gesture you will like. So yeah, that's how you can improve your presentation. So this presentation is not about the content, it's about how to present on stage. And there is one last step. If you feel that when you go on stage and your body shivers, the best way to avoid that is walk on the stage. In fact, I cannot do that here because I'm getting recorded here, because the moment I go out, you can see I'm out of the frame now, so I cannot walk here. But then you can do that on stage. You will be having a very big stage there, and you can use the entire stage, because the moment you move, your audience eyes and their face are moving with you, right? And it will grab their attention. So yeah, those are the tips for presentation. I hope you liked it. If you want some more tips like this, do let me know in the comment section. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and do subscribe.